In today's video, we will talk about the 5 things that you need to do before you come here to Canada. Be sure to watch until the end of this video because I will also share to you 2 bonus tips that might help you when you're deciding what to bring here in Canada. Let's proceed to item number 1. Executing your SPA or Special Power of Attorney. So what is this SPA? SPA is a legal document wherein you are authorizing someone, which is your attorney in fact, to transact on behalf of you in your home country. So why should you do this before coming here to Canada? Because you will be leaving your home country for a considerably long period of time. It is very wise to authorize someone to transact on behalf of you. Because if you don't, it will be very hard for you even to transact a very simple transaction like getting a certification from your school or from your employer or from any other institutions. So imagine you are here in Canada and you need the certificate of employment from your previous employer and you need to contact them and they're not responding. The best thing to do there is to send someone to go to your previous employer to get the certification physically. Of course, you cannot do that if that person doesn't have authorization from you. So the best authorization that you can use is SPA or Special Power of Attorney. So take note guys, if you are coming from the Philippines, this SPA should also be notarized so that it will be considered as a public document. So here I will show you the parts of an SPA. First part is identification of parties. First and foremost, you need to identify yourself, who you are, and of course, identify who is your authorized representative or attorney in facts. In my case, it was my parents and my siblings. Actually, you can authorize anyone that you trust in your home country. Next part is the body wherein you are setting all the transactions that they are authorized to do on behalf of you. It is wise guys to just limit the transactions because you just don't know what will happen in the future. And the last part, which is the declaration whereby you are declaring their authority to transact on behalf of you and ratifying the document. So after that, all you need to do now is to sign the document in front of the attorney together with the attorney in facts that you have stated in your SPA. Second is getting your ECA or Educational Credential Assessment. So if you are planning to stay here in Canada as permanent resident or PR in the future, ECA is a major requirement for PR application. So what is this ECA? ECA basically is a document proving your educational credential in equivalent to the Canadian education system. Because as we all know guys, each country has different education system. Like here in Canada, they are following K-12. While in my home country, the Philippines, we are following K-10 before, and then recently we followed K-12. So if you're a 4-year bachelor's degree holder in the Philippines, it doesn't mean that the equivalency of that education here in Canada is also 4 years bachelor's degree. So the ECA will confirm whether or not that bachelor's degree is also equivalent to bachelor's degree here in Canada. So why do you need to get this ECA before coming here to Canada? Because one of the documentary requirements for ECA evaluation is your official transcript of records coming directly from your school. So once you are here in Canada, it's so hard to contact your school. So it is recommended while you are still in your home country, you should secure this ECA certification because you can go to your alma mater and request this transcript of record and send it directly here to Canada. So where can you get this ECA? As of right now guys, I know 3 institutions where you can apply for your ECA. That is WES, ICES, and ICAS. I will put down the links below so that you can apply for yourself. Number 3, your immigration documents. One important thing to note here is that your visa doesn't guarantee entry here in Canada. So it's up to the immigration officer if they will allow you entry here in Canada. So what's the recommended step that you should take to avoid offloading or getting refused entry here in Canada? The number 1 recommendation here is preparing all of your immigration documents. When I say all of your immigration documents, I really mean all of your immigration documents that you sent to IRCC when you applied for your permit. It includes your LOA, your proof of fund, your home ties, your SOP or statement of purpose, and everything in between. So what we did before we came here to Canada is we made a little folder where we labeled everything from letter of acceptance, from transcript, certificate of employments, proof of funds, bank statements, affidavit of supports, and everything that we sent to the immigration officer or to the IRCC when we applied for our study permit. Aside from those documents guys, please ensure that you also have any additional documentary requirements that they might require you. For example, your proof of vaccination, a confirmation of hotel for your quarantine if applicable, proof of address if you already have a landlord here in Canada, and any other documents that might be necessary for you to prove that you are coming here to Canada legally. Now let's proceed to number 4. Convert your local currency into Canadian dollars or US dollars. It's pretty obvious, guys, why you should not bring your local currency here in Canada, because once you're here in Canada, your local currency has no demand for it. So the exchange rate for your local currency going to Canadian dollars will be very, very low as compared when you exchange it to your home country. For example, guys, if you bring Philippine peso here in Canada, they might give you an exchange rate of 47 to 48 pesos per Canadian dollar, while if you convert it in your home country, you might get as low as 44 or 45 pesos per Canadian dollar. And one thing to note, guys, when you're trying to bring money here in Canada, if your money is more than 10,000 Canadian dollars, you will need to declare that to the immigration officer. And there are some rumors going out that you cannot carry more than $10,000. That's actually not true. What the regulation says is, if you are carrying more than 10,000 Canadian dollars, all you need to do is declare that to the immigration officer. They do not prohibit you from carrying more than 10,000 Canadian dollars. Number 5. Getting your phone number in your home country. With the help of Canadian SIM powered by Fido, you can actually now get your Canadian SIM card while you're still in your home country. All you need to do is to click on the first link in the description below. So why should you consider getting a phone number before coming to Canada? Because guys, with Canadian SIM card powered by Fido, you can actually activate your SIM card within 24 hours before you land here to Canada. So the good thing with this is that when you arrive here in Canada, you already have an active SIM card. That means you can contact your loved ones all the way from your home country and tell them that you safely landed here in Canada, or even contact your landlord and tell them that you already arrived here in Canada. And if someone will fetch you, then you can contact them as well. Aside from that, since Canadian SIM card partnered with us, they will give all our subscribers an exclusive offer of $40 per month for 10 gigabytes of data, unlimited calls within Canada, and unlimited text internationally. And guys, if you are an international student, we guarantee that you will get approved for this plan even though you don't have a credit score here in Canada. So once again, thank you so much to Canadian SIM card powered by Fido for sponsoring this video. So if you want to get your SIM card before flying to Canada, just register in the first link that I will put in the description below. So now let's proceed to the 2 bonus items that I want to share to you. First bonus tip is getting your driver's license abstract or driver's license history. So if you are already a driver in your home country and you have at least 1 year experience of driving, you can get a certification from your local agency stating that you already have this driving experience. So if you are coming from the Philippines, you can get the certification from LTO or Land Transportation Office. So why should you bother getting this certification? Because here in Canada, at least here in Alberta, once you pass the knowledge test, which is the first step in securing your driver's license, you will need to wait at least 1 year for you to challenge the driving test. That means, guys, within that 1 year, you cannot drive alone. You need an accompanying professional driver. So after 1 year, when you pass the driving test, that's the time that you can drive by yourself. But if you have this certification stating that you already have the 1 year experience in your home country, they might waive this 1 year waiting period. So in my case, I got my certification from LTO, and after passing my knowledge test in my local registry, I submitted the certification, and after 2 weeks, I was able to challenge the drive test. So within 2 months of residing here in Canada, I actually got my driver's license. So that's important, guys, if you plan to drive here in Canada. Second bonus tip, getting your travel insurance. It can range from $50 up to $150 or even $200 depending on the coverage that you will get. Getting this travel insurance will protect you from any uncertainties during your travel period, because if you are coming from the Philippines or other countries, more or less your travel period will be 10 hours up to 24 hours, or sometimes it can take you up to 36 hours. So within your travel period, it is very wise for you to get a travel insurance just in case you get sick or got an accident while traveling going to Canada. Because if something happened and you don't have insurance, it might hurt your pocket in the long run. My name is Edwin and I am an international student here in Canada, and in this channel we will be talking about my experiences as international student here in Canada and how you can come here to Canada as international student. So if this topic interests you, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and notification bell so that you get updated once I upload more videos like this.